So I am watching a six-man tag match between the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, facing off against Apollo Crews, LA Knight, and Andrade. Now, recently, this Bloodline group has been attacking people randomly because they're angry because they lost at the Survivor Series, and everyone thinks they're a bunch of chumps now. So now they're taking everybody out, and these three guys have had enough of it. Andrade, LA Knight, and Apollo Crews. So now they're going to have a match, 3-on-3. This happened on SmackDown. Now, obviously, I'm expecting the new Bloodline to win because Solo Sikoa has a match against Roman Reigns at the January 6th Netflix Raw debut. And that's a big-time match. It's for the Ula Fala. And it's for the title of Tribal Chief. So I don't think they will be losing to some guys like Apollo Crews and no offense to Andrade and LA Knight, but Apollo Crews has not been put in a good position by the company. Let's put it that way. LA Knight in the ring right now with Tama Tonga. LA Knight obviously recently lost the United States title to Shinsuke Nakamura, who returned after a long absence. That match between those two was not good, and I fully expected Shinsuke to win because Shinsuke has pretty much lost every feud he's had over the past couple of years, and he really needed a big win. Otherwise, nobody was ever going to take him seriously again anyway. Apollo Crews in the ring now with Tama Tonga. Right hand by Apollo Crews. Another right hand. I got to give a lot of credit to the new Bloodline. You know, they got introduced earlier this year. Fatu, Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, and they have all carved out very unique characters for themselves that the fans love. Oh, Hurricane Rana by Andrade on Tama Tonga. Andrade pulls the top rope down. Jacob Fatu goes flying over the top. Andrade now. Oh. Andrade and Apollo Crews did an attack to the outside that knocked down Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu. LA Knight is egging on Solo Sikoa, telling him to come in and fight them. Solo Sikoa is not coming. Yeah, speaking of Solo Sikoa, I think he's heading for a big loss at the January 6th Netflix Raw. But I don't think he's going to get the... he's going to lose, but I don't think Roman Reigns is going to get the Ula Fala. I think The Rock is going to show up and take the Ula Fala and declare himself as the Tribal Chief. Jacob Fatu entering the ring, and a big elbow to Apollo Crews. Jacob Fatu is a future world champion, I'm telling you. I mean, people like him really don't come along that often. Someone this intense, who's got all aspects of the business down to a science. He's got the right character. He's got the right physique. He's got the athleticism. He's got the strength. He's got the size. He's got the power. He's got the facial expressions. He's got it all. I mean, I see no weaknesses in Jacob Fatu's game, and I think everybody else feels the same way. As soon as he debuted, he took over. You don't see that often. And that's no offense to Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa is fine. He's just not on that megastar level. But you see megastar potential in Jacob Fatu. Apollo Crews in the ring with Solo Sikoa. Apollo is trying to make a tag, but Solo prevents it. Solo tags in Jacob Fatu. I know the Bloodline attacked Apollo Crews when Apollo was entering the building, but just seeing Apollo in this match, is very strange because he just seems out of place because he's literally one of the lowest ranked members of the roster. And I'm not saying that about his talent. I'm just saying that about the way the company has positioned him for so many years now. It's like it's hard to take him seriously as a competitor. Andrade in the ring with Jacob Fatu, landing right hand after right hand on Fatu, knocks down Fatu. Andrade is another talented guy who's just never been able to rise to that next level. And it's usually because the company doesn't really have anything for him, whether it was in AEW or whether it's here. I mean, he's got the talent, he's got the look, he can wrestle. I mean, he's born into a wrestling family. He was well known before he ever was in the WWE. But for some reason, he just hasn't risen to that next level. I think at some point, he'll probably win the US title. Not anytime soon. Or maybe he will, actually, because, I mean, Shinsuke has to lose to somebody at some point. Maybe Andrade will be the next US champion sometime next year. Yeah, because he's never been showcased properly. I mean, Andrade and Jacob are in the ring now. Solo Sikoa makes a blind tag. Oh, wow. Andrade sent outside the ring by Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. Yeah, this match is nothing special so far. Solo just threw Andrade into the barricade, and now he's holding up the Ula Fala, reminding everyone he's the tribal chief as far as he's concerned. And obviously, they're promoting that match with Roman Reigns at the January 6th Raw. Oh, no, he didn't throw him into the barricade. He threw him into the ring post. So Andrade is getting manhandled by the Bloodline right now. Samoan drop by Jacob Fatu on Andrade. Yeah, I mean, so far this is a nothing match. Let's see if it picks up. They just went to a commercial break. They're back now. They're back with Jacob Fatu and Andrade still in the ring. Jacob in complete control. I give credit to them for letting Jacob Fatu use his name that he used, when he was an independent wrestler. Imagine having that big of a profile as an independent wrestler that the WWE brings you in to the biggest storyline in the company on the main roster. They let you debut on SmackDown, and they let you keep your name too. That's some serious. You talk about putting the jetpack on somebody. I mean, that's like, that is the way you want to debut in the WWE. LA Knight in the ring now. He gets the hot tag. Clothesline to Tama Tonga. I don't know what LA Knight's future holds. Obviously, he just lost the US title. Some people are like, oh yeah, LA Knight's going to go after the world title next. Will he ever have a match with Cody for the world title? Probably. But will he win? Of course not. I really don't think LA Knight will ever be world champion, even though he is a big star, a big merchandise mover. It's just the way they handle the world title these days. They're so careful with it that someone like LA Knight is just not going to be figured into their plans. Only the megastars. Apollo Crews has a submission hold on Tama Tonga. LA Knight and Jacob Fatu fighting on the outside. Oh, check this out. Shinsuke Nakamura just attacked LA Knight and sent LA Knight flying over the announce table. See, that's a little strange because Shinsuke won the match between those two. He's the champ, but he's still not done with LA Knight, apparently. That's a little strange. He won the match at the Survivor Series. I guess we'll find out why he still has an issue with LA Knight. Obviously, LA Knight's going to get a rematch at some point. Solo Sikoa spinning Solo on Apollo Crews. Samoan spike to Apollo. Now I see why Apollo was in this match. He just took the pin. They don't want to pin Andrade or LA Knight. So that's why Apollo's here. Solo pins Apollo. That was really a nothing match. It just was a showcase basically for the Bloodline. And I guess furthering the feud between Shinsuke and LA Knight. And nobody was particularly impressive in this match. You could skip it if you haven't seen it. Now Bloodline's in the ring. Jacob Fatu has the Ula Fala, putting it around the neck of Solo Sikoa. Where's Tonga Loa? Is he... I guess maybe Tonga Loa is injured? I don't know, but he's not around. Yep. And so, Bloodline wins. And I guess, I don't know how much longer this Bloodline story is going to go on. I don't know how much more they can milk out of this thing because Solo's group just looks like a bunch of jobbers at this point. I mean, they're good, they're talented and everything, but I mean, they got beaten at the Survivor Series. Solo has lost to Cody multiple times. I mean, they just look like a loser group. So I wonder how much more Bloodline stuff we'll get next year because it really seems like it's running on fumes. I don't think there's that much left to do, especially once Roman beats Solo at the January 6th Raw. The one extension of that storyline would be The Rock's involvement. But as far as this new Bloodline goes, I don't know how much longer it's going to last into next year. Thank you for watching.